Coming up on the next episode. Alright, it is 1:02 now on a Friday afternoon. As you can see here in front of me, there is the function generator. I don't have the knobs on it, but that's what it looks like installed after I nibbled the opening out. So that's going to be a good addition, I think. I think that I like it better down like that because everything is still accessible. Your inputs or outputs here are accessible. Your jumpers are accessible, which is all good. And so, like I said, of course, the knobs are too. But again, that's the way that's going to work. And like I say, the a little bit of I got a little bit low, but like I said, it's fine. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit of a hole there. Like I said, that's all going to be painted, so it'll be fine. I think it'll look good. So that leaves me, getting that done leaves me the other thing to do, which is the AC meter up here. And we're going to be doing that next. Hopefully get that cut out today sometime. And basically move right along because really not much more you can do with this other than there's some rough edges here. I'm going to file those down. But other than that, really not much else to do. It's in there. It's like it's going to be. And so, like I said, it's just that's all we had to do. As far as the rest of this is concerned, the outputs will come out here and go down to a switch. Now there's going to be a switch on this. That was one of the things in that diagram I was going to point out. Because there is two different outputs here. There's a ground and two outputs. One output is for the triangle and the sine wave, and the other is for the square wave. So there's going to be a switch here, basically to switch back and forth between these two. And so that's going to be that. Now, as far as the, I talked this over with Bob, and I think as far as the modulation modification that Don came up with, for right now, I think we're going to leave that off. I'm not saying that I'm not going to revisit it, but for right now, it's going to be off because I want to work out the best way of doing this without so many switches. The fact that I was going to have, I think, 3 switches in here to do it the way I wanted to do it, and I really didn't want 3 switches. This switch is not too bad to switch between the square wave and the sine wave, and like I said, that should work just fine. So the modification really is not that big a deal as far as where it goes into the chip, pin 1 there, and the rest of it's pretty much can be on a board by itself. Really nothing needed to do for that, so I can add that any time. It's not a big deal. So, alright, I just kind of wanted to bring you back and show you how this is going. And like I said, it is going, and that's the main thing. I do want to go back over on this while I've got the nibbler out and do some re-nibbling on this, because basically this black outline here is going to be nibbled out. That's the outline for the meter, and there with that gasket in there, we can go all the way out to that because the gasket goes out past that a good bit. And like I said, there'll be 4 screws in the gasket. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 2 here. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But it will be secure in there, and even with the additional nibbling. So plan on doing that, and I want to double check with my gasket, make sure that's all going to get covered. I think it will. I'm pretty sure, because as far as I can recall, that gasket comes all the way to the bottom and goes all the way up to the top of this. So, or pretty close to it anyway. So, and get the, this part of it. And, I've also thought about this a great deal. I could make another one of those, a little bit wider, a little bit taller, or whatever, and even better if I wanted to. I'm going to try this one first. And if this works like I hope it will, I think we'll be happy with this one. So, all right, that's going to do me. I think good for a little update. I'll probably come back later on and show you what I came up with on the rest of this. I'm going to go ahead and try to nibble this and cut cut the holes for the mounting of the meter, and then cut the big hole for the meter itself, the round part, and get that all done. And then I can go back and get all these rough edges filed down and get everything on both of them and get all that done. And then I can start planning out my this end, getting all the jacks. And Carl made a joke about the jacks. I didn't get that at first, Carl. I forgot what I'd said in you know me and my memory. I had forgot what I'd said in the video, so I had to go back and watch it. As soon as I heard the first word jacks, I knew what you were talking about. But yeah, I played a few jacks in my times as well, and stepped on a few of those little boogers as well. They are worse than Legos, I can tell you that. So anyway, let me get off here and get some more done, and we'll come back. It is now 2:27 in the afternoon, and we are back on this Friday. As you can see, I do have a large hole cut out right there, and I did that with the nibbler, believe it or not. It does cut round holes. I was a little surprised, but I was pleasantly surprised because it really did do a good job of it, really. I just happened to find something that was fairly close to what I needed, and I cut that out, or I drew that around there, and I guessed pretty much at everything, other than the space between these small holes here. I did measure those and get those as close as I could. And so let me see what the meter looks like in there, and then we'll go from there. All right, there you go. There's a look at the meter. You can see that fits in there rather nice. I don't have screws on it or anything like that tightened down, but it's in there pretty good. So I'm happy about that. It came out pretty much even where it's supposed to be. I was kind of hoping to get it close to the top of this, and it's pretty close. Not perfect, but it's close enough. It could have went up a little more, wouldn't have hurt anything, but surely not going to do it over. No, I'm happy with it just like it is. Really couldn't ask for any better. That was just perfect. So, like I said, I kind of wanted to see how it was going to look and get this filmed, or whatever you want to call it, recorded, videoed. And like I say, that's pretty much a look at both of the items there, and how they're going to look on the panel. Like I say, I'll have my oscilloscope and my frequency counter here, and of course the meters in here. Everything's this is the last big hole I think I have to cut. In fact, I'm pretty sure of it. The rest of them are just small holes for the BNC connectors, or banana plugs, whichever I use for whatever. And I do have to cut maybe a big hole in the side on this end over here, where the signal tracer or speaker will be, and that will be easy to do in that plastic. So I'm not worried about that. Anywho, that's like I say, that's just a quick look. I'll get that glare out of there if I can. But that's a quick look at how that turned out. I was surprised. You can see, like I say, the time is 2:30 now. It took me a while to do, but it wasn't bad. I had my glove on, and that made it go fairly easily. Can't complain. So next thing to do is, like I say, take both of these items out and take some sandpaper and or a file and go through and basically get it to where it's smooth and stuff like that. And then I may try a test to bolt this down to see how well it fits. I think it's fitting pretty good though. It's basically flat on the panel there, so I can't see that it would fit any better any other way. So like I say, that's going to do that. All right. Well, I think that's a good progress on the MFP, and I'm happy about that. Again, I do want to take and go over this side, and I think what I'm going to try to do is nibble out up to the line as best as possible. I'll leave the line in and just nibble right up to it, and I think that might be our best bet, because when you mark that out, that's marking on the outside of that. So I think if you just take it up to the line, I think it leaves enough of it in there. It doesn't really have to have any of it in there, but because the what's holding the DMM in is the gasket I made, and it will clamp tight on that, and once that screws down to this, then it will be tight in there. So can't really complain about that. That will work out rather well as well. So alright, I think that's going to do me. I still need to find me some better screws for these two mounting holes here. Those ones I had are just not long enough, and I've got longer ones, but I don't really want to use too long, because I would end up with, this top is pretty thick, but I don't want to go down into the drawer area and mess that up. So, like I said, I'm just trying to find something just thick enough, or just long enough, I should say, and we'll go from there. So. And I'd like to have a hex head on it instead of a screw head, because I think it would be easier to screw in with a nut driver than it would be a flathead or a Phillips head. So, alright, that's going to do me. I'm going to get this on the computer and edit it, and then probably upload it. I'm not really sure if I'll do it tomorrow or what, but I may. I don't know. Just to give you a little update. And then we'll come back maybe on a Monday and see what's happening then. So, alright, that's going to do me. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.